right? But that's not the case. So obviously something's about to happen. 40 grand. So I made reference to the fact that, you see it, that's a pretty damn big move. And then notice this sort of dead cat bounce coming out of it. That's pretty big move. That's pretty big move. That's pretty big move. I mean, that's some serious volatility. And things have actually compressed quite a bit here. So obviously something's about to happen. But what I'd also say too is I'm a little surprised that we actually have gone so quiet through the holiday weekend. That does surprise me a little bit. Might also mean too that the professionals, they're just not here. And because these assets are getting so expensive, I mean, how many Joe Sixpacks are able to go and buy a Bitcoin right now? That's 40 grand. That's a lot of money. We came down here, we sort of settled in like into this original bottoming sort of window right down in here, right? You can see the lows basically were like right against that kilo there. You might even argue, all the people that have worked with me for a while know that I'm a big fan of market symmetry, which means that if we saw a bump into there, look at this 2 bars, right? We actually need to see a move all the way up there. And then we see the resumption of the move down to there. So I'd just be curious to see, where did this recent rally actually stall out? Because those are the levels. I think we found support there, and we counter trend rally bounce up into there, and then we got to come back down. So let's see what we got here. All right, so we bounced into here. We rallied back to there. Whoa, that's freaky, eh? So you can see there was that low that I pointed there. That's the first point that's hit. Bounce and then doink. And notice we went down and then doink. It's almost exactly equal. And then the next leg is new low. So I don't know. Can you guys see that? Or does that just look like squiggly mess? And you're all like, well, wait a minute. I thought you said that you were bullish. What the hell's going on, man? No, you didn't appreciate that? Okay, let's see if we can do maybe a new chart. See if we can make this clear. So we didn't actually quite get down to 1 there. So it almost looks like we're still in this phase here. Coming down into here, dead cat bounce. Obviously, this is a pretty darn significant resistance level. Look how that was an old low there. There's a really good example. What once was support now becomes resistance. Really good example. This is why we really like using trading with horizontal support and resistance. So we could technically, just duding up charts, right? Start drawing, I call this tricking out your charts, where every sort of major pivot you see on here. And if you use the magnet tool, it helps you see this stuff. Anyway, so where is support? And this is kind of what worries me about this here, because kind of like what I showed you there a few minutes ago. We go AB, CD. That's a bit lower, right? That's down into these lows. So, if this is a bull, we want to see the buyers step up. And the end result of this, of course, all the buyers buy here. And if you're like, smart money and institutional players, they're the only ones that can step up and buy, like, what's that number up there? 789 Bitcoins. I mean, geez, can't even figure out what that number is. Just illustration purposes. This is the funny thing about Bitcoin. It's so damn expensive now. What is like 800 Bitcoins? Well, that's a nice friendly $32 million. Do you have $32 million lying around? I don't, that's for sure. So $32 million. Now, this is a really good anecdote. Hopefully you can see here that this, if this was still a bull, right? We would see even more buying. Well, you get 32 million. I'm going to put 65 million. I'm going to put 100 million. $1 billion buy order. Everybody's buying, right? But that's not the case. We had $32 million buy order come in here, right? But the next wave, all the way up here, we only got 551 coins. It's still a chunk of money, don't get me wrong. And actually now we're up, where are we? This is up in this neighborhood, up into here. So times 46 G's. Oops. 25 million. Not as much money, right? So you can see the buying interest is trailing off. And that's actually, technically this is a divergence. We always say volume speaks volume. So here's a really good example where the buyers are just quieting down. You can see they really quieted down here, and then they just disappeared. Where the hell did the buyers go? So which way does price go? Down. Anyway. So here we are, down at the bottom of the range. If anything, I would have liked to seen some people step up and buy. Damn it. And even something like this, buy, but there's nobody here. Where'd everybody go? Now, and then the question ultimately here is, and this is where the rubber meets the road, folks, because this market will only go up if people feel bullish, feel optimistic. And actually, just before I got the call going, good old Stewart, he just dropped some bombshells on the site. First bombshell, boom. The Beanstalk Farms team is investigating the attack and will make an announcement to the community as soon as possible. What the hell happened? Oh no, this poor person. If I understand correctly, there was a hack and a lot of money was stolen. That's not bullish. You got to have like positive news.